You ever notice how fast you'll say something like, I suck at this, I'm terrible at this, I'll never get this right, like it's just a fact? And let me tell you something most people never learn. Shit is not harmless. That is programming. And your brain takes it very literally. I'm Nurse Adrienne. Follow, like, and share if you want to learn how to rewire yourself and have the life they say you couldn't have. When you say, I'm terrible at this, your brain doesn't think, oh, she's just frustrated. No, your brain thinks, got it, this is who we are. And it starts acting accordingly. It starts looking for evidence. It shuts down effort. It reduces motivation. It activates the part of your brain that avoids a threat. It sees it as a threat because now this thing feels like failure before you even started. So of course you don't try, of course you don't improve, and of course you stay stuck. Not because you're broken, but because you've been running a program that says you are. Now flip it. You say, I'm getting better at this. Simple, right? But neurologically, that changes everything. Now your brain doesn't see a fixed identity, it sees a process. When the brain sees a process, it does something completely different. It leans in. Your learning centers activate. Your brain starts looking for proof of progress instead of proof you suck. Your dopamine system kicks in. And dopamine isn't just about feeling good. It's the signal that says, keep going, this matters. You're learning, you'll be safer. That's neuroplasticity. And your brain rewiring in real time. Every time you choose a different thought, a different sentence, a different story about yourself, you're literally strengthening new neural pathways and weakening the old ones. This is why I say you are not broken. You're programmed. And the problem, most of you are still running software that was installed when you were a kid by people who didn't even know what the hell they were doing. For survival, religion, culture. So when you catch yourself saying, I'm terrible at, stop, and replace it with, I'm getting better at this. Not because it sounds cute, because it tells your brain, this is a problem we can solve. And here's where it gets even more powerful. Because this is exactly what we do inside our community. We stop pretending this mindset is just a mindset, and we start understanding that this is biology, this is rewiring, this is repetition. And when a group of people come together and start interrupting those old patterns, not alone, but together, that's where the magic happens. Because the brain believes what it hears most often. So, if you've spent years hearing, you're not enough, you can't, you're too much, you'll never get it right. Yeah, of course that became your reality. But now you're hearing something very different, and you're saying something different, and you're believing something different, and you're repeating something different. And it's all being reinforced inside of community that is showing up for each other. That's how you change your life. Not by trying harder, but by upgrading the system that's been running the whole time and the people that you hang around with. The old program said, failure confirmed. The new program says, progress in process. And if you keep repeating that, not once, not when you feel like it, but consistently, your brain catches up, your behavior catches up, and your life reflects. This is one of the many tools we teach people how to use to create the life they say you couldn't have, because better is what we fucking do.